Imagine you're playing with your favorite toys, but one day something strange happened. Your Labubu doll starts appearing on random places in the house, and sometimes it even makes weird giggling noises at night. But the creepiest thing is, it even watches you when you sleep, as if spying on your every breath. Today, I'll be exposing different toys that were banned because of the dangerous things that were happening around them. Watch until the end to find out which one spies on its owner. First, let me tell you about the aqua dots, also known as the poisoned beads. Here's a short backstory from TikTok about it.
The most dangerous kids' toys ever made, part 2. Aqua dots. They were little tiny dots that you could form into fun shapes, and then you'd spray them with water so they would stay. They were advertised a lot on TV in the early 2000s and were one of the most popular kids' toys at the time. The only problem is they contained an ingredient called GHB, which is a drug that makes people go unconscious. So kids were swallowing these, passing out, and some of them were even having seizures or going into comas. So they were recalled in 2007.
They looked like harmless, colorful craft beads, but when aqua dots were swallowed, something terrifying happened. Inside the body, the coating broke down into a chemical almost identical to a deadly toxin. Several children were hospitalized after eating them, slipping into comas. The toy was banned worldwide overnight. But here's where it gets creepier. Some people claim the company knew about the chemical reaction and ignored it. Collectors say the original Aqua Dots kits still show up on eBay sometimes, and that the colors look slightly off. Would you dare to keep one in your house? Next, I need to tell you about the Cabbage Patch Snack Time doll. Watch this short explanation of what it is.
Did you know that in the late 90s, Cabbage Patch Kids were once considered dangerous to children? The Cabbage Patch Snack Time Kids, which was produced in 1996, it was a doll that was designed to eat plastic food, like French fries or carrots, and then that food would magically appear in the doll's backpack. The doll had battery-operated mechanical jaws that would chew the plastic food that you gave it, but in some cases, it also ate the fingers or hair of children. According to the New York Times, one parent actually had to call 911 to free her daughter's hair from the jaws of this rabid doll.
This doll was supposed to be fun. It could eat plastic snacks and pull them into its mouth, but it couldn't tell the difference between toy food and real fingers. Kids would feed the doll, only for it to keep chewing and refuse to let go. Parents reported the doll eating children's hair, jewelry, and even parts of clothing. The worst part, there was no off switch. Once it started chewing, you couldn't stop it. The doll was pulled from shelves almost immediately, but some of them are still floating around online. Imagine finding one in a thrift store, still hungry after all these years. Finally, the haunted Furby dolls. But before I tell you, consider subscribing and liking this video to stay safe from the Furby curse. Here's a simple explanation of what happened.
Furbies have always been super unsettling in my opinion. This right here is a Furby without its fur. Yeah, take that in. It's horrifying. Even creepier than that are all the stories and legends about Furbies. A lot of people who have owned Furbies have reported the same mysterious things happening. Many people claim that their Furbies will talk even without batteries inside. And not only that, but they say things and do things that they're not supposed to do.
Furby, are you possessed by a demon, yes or no?
Also, they're supposed to only speak in Furbish, a made-up, completely original language that only Furbies talk in. And not only that, but they have a little tiny webcam on their heads that concerns a lot of parents. There's been a ton of different designs of Furbies made throughout the years, and yet all of them are so equally horrifying.
Back in the late 90s, Furbies were the toy everyone wanted. But then parents started noticing strange things. Some Furbies would wake up in the middle of the night, speaking in languages they were never programmed with. Rumors spread that they were recording conversations and sending them to strangers. In fact, the NSA once banned Furbies from their offices, claiming they might be spying devices. One family said their Furby suddenly shouted, "I see you," when no one was in the room. Another claimed their Furby laughed nonstop at 3 a.m., even with the batteries removed. If you've ever owned a Furby, check your attic tonight. You never know if it's still listening. As for Labubus, strange things happened around it, but no one has ever been injured so far. But you wouldn't want to be the first. So, which of these banned toys do you think is the creepiest? The haunted Furby that spies on you, aqua dots that turn poisonous, or the Cabbage Patch doll that wouldn't stop eating its owners? Let me know in the comments right now and share this video with 3 friends who still keep their old toys. If you don't, well, don't blame me if your Labubu wakes up tonight.